Section Boyz created a style that was a mixture between grime and rap with trap beats, and this was at a crossroads in UK urban music. But when they changed their name to Smoke Boyz in 2017, the music was not hitting the same. A lot of the members went on solo journeys, so let's go on a journey through Section Boyz' story from the beginning.
Section Boyz was created in 2014 and it had 7 members: Rico Squeeze, Swift, Sleeks, DP, Inches, K9 and Littles. Initially the group was called Squeeze Section and there were over 10 members. A lot of them went to jail, so the last 7 members that were left made Section Boyz, and that's how the group formed.
And I remember listening to Section Boyz, when I was growing up, going to school with the wired headphones, no wireless thing like nowadays, no Spotify, listening on SoundCloud to Trapping Ain't Dead and Delete My Number and you get what I mean, Luck Off and all the hit songs there. They were different, man. It was different them times. Like, these lot had the game on lock. And my favourite in Section Boyz has to be Sleeks. This guy is the sound of Section. When you hear Sleeks, you know that is like Section. I can't even explain it with words. That is just a Section sound. Without him, it's not a Section tune. Do you know what I mean? I think he had the core verses to every tune.
Also his ad-lib as well. What you talking about?
Yeah.
Iconic, one of the best ad-libs in UK rap of all time. DP is my favourite member of Section because he's the lyricist of the group and the most technical rapper. He has slick bars, man. So that's my type of rapper.
Some of their biggest and best collabs I would say is their tune with Stormzy, Not That Deep remix. That tune is cold. That's when the whole group was together before Rico Squeeze left. And yeah, even I heard Rico Squeeze, he said he left exactly at the moment when they were going to blow up. So I think when they won their Mobos in 2015 for Best Newcomer, he wasn't even there, was he? I don't think he was on the stage,
Apparently he left early 2015.
Yeah, so he wasn't there by then because I think Mobos was in the summer them times. But yeah, he was an integral part, and even on his Not That Deep tune, he had a funny his thing was he was a cold rapper. He had bars, but he had a lisp, and his bars were funny. He did it on purpose. He knew what you were doing. You know what you done. He had them cheeky bars, like even the ad libs. Man said, thank me, wing, and I typed on his phone.
I threw that dumping.
Yeah, he was funny. Another feature that Section had that was an important one was their feature with Chris Brown. They had a whole mixtape with Chris Brown, like Section Boyz with Chris Brown. When I saw that, I was like, what? And I think the biggest tune from that was the whipping. That whipping tune. If you hear that again, probably people don't even know about that no more. People probably forgot about it. But that tune I can't lie, it sounded like two different worlds together.
Yeah.
It sounded a bit strange, but it was a banger, I'll be real, it was a banger, but it just sounded a bit off.
They have a tune with Belly Squad called Sun Goes Down, and that's a banger because them man there are like Afro swing, and obviously Section Boyz are Caribbean. So it was literally fused together. The hook, crazy. I don't even know the names of them man in Belly Squad, but I was like, I'll be out here till the sun goes down. It was all Billy.
Yeah, I came up with
I'm away from £100. And then Sleeks is verse. I agree with you that Sleeks, he never drops a bad verse.
He's the core, man. Yeah. He's the core of the group.
A man said trying to make my line band like silly. No, what's wrong with this guy?
It's different. And another tune I really liked was their remix of Lethal Bizzle's tune Oi. The Oi remix. That tune, even Lethal Bizzle was in the video himself. that tune there is too like, that's the section I like where high energy just vibes. I say, Shelly Yamola Shelly, Galen Shelly, coming out belly, no you ain't ready, wanna breathe steady. That Inch verse. Inches, shout out to Inch as well. I don't know how I didn't mention him. He is like, him in Lock Off with that voice, and he's just grease.
Well, you know what, Lock Off.
Trap Lock Off. Funny boy, haha. She give me Yeah, it's like, these men are just, they've got a mixture of everything, man. It was that era. That era was, if you missed it, you missed it. Like,
in 2016, for their sectioned UK tour, they brought out Drake and Skepta at a London show, and the reaction was crazy.
You wanna act like a G for the camera. You say Muslim, you say Rasta. You say don't eat pork, don't eat pussy, liar.
They started playing Drake Jump, man, and next thing you know, Drake hops out of nowhere, and they start going. The crowd starts going crazy.
because imagine, like, Skepta is like calm. It's the UK scene. It's understandable. Still get man gassed, but it's understandable. Drake at this time, now people think Drake, they see Drake with Central C, they see him with Dave. This time it was unheard of. Like, how does he even know about Section Boys? Like, now the internet and everything's so integrated, people are used to this. When you see someone out of their bubble, it's like people are like not surprised anymore. You can see anyone at anything. Like, but them times people were like, Drake knows about the UK. Like, I think that's the first thing he's done. That was before the gigs thing.
That was before the day of one thing.
So when he did that, everyone was just like, and it was just a random small section show. Like, he could have done anything in the UK, and that's what he done. So, like, it was mad. It was mad. Like, imagine you're at that show.
Think about it. These man were at the top of the getting collabs with Chris Brown and Drake.
Yeah, it's crazy. And imagine you're just you just gone to a concert, you think it's a normal section thing, and you're seeing Drake. Like, and that's crazy. But yeah, that's like one of their biggest moments, definitely. But in 2017, after legal battles, there's been rumours that it was someone close to them. I've heard it's a manager or a friend, I'm not going to say who, but the legal battles with someone taking the rights of the Section Boys' names. They had to change their name to Smoke Boys. And this just did not slap. At the time, I thought it was a thing that creatively they said, let me change the name. And I was not feeling that name. I was like, what? You know, Section. Everyone knew that's Section. You know what I mean? You had tune. Like, even Chip had a tune with them called In My Section. Like, it was the whole brand. And Smoke Boys, it just did not just slap the same. It didn't. It didn't at all.
Even the start of the tune, some of their tunes, it would have section.
That's your whole branding, and then you just completely ripped out, and it wasn't their fault. Apparently, they went to court about it to try and get the name back, but someone held the name for Section Boys, so they couldn't, and they wouldn't give it to them. They wouldn't buy it off them, nothing like that. So they had to change their name. And after that, I think this was one of the artists in there even said this is when everything just went wrong for them. It just went backwards. And I think this was the rise of drill. This is the time where drill was rising. And I kind of feel like drill kind of took the sound away from Section, where a lot of their audience went to drill and left the Section sound. Yeah, this is when a lot of them started doing solo projects, like... or just solo tunes. Like Swift, he made Ugly Faces, and that tune is a banger though. But I like the remix even more with Heady One, Lowski and RV. That thing is, go and listen to Ugly Faces. That thing, I think he's been the most successful solo, Swift, definitely, out of the whole Section Boys group. Another tune he has is Eye for Eye and Eye for Eye 2. Them tunes is, like, he can hold his own down on his ones, do you get me?
In 2019, Inch released a solo project called Billa Vibe, and it's got a lot of bashment tunes on there. There's been one I've been listening to called Guanza. When I tell you, this guy on the hook and the verses as well, man just coming in with the yardie thing now. and it actually slaps.
Yeah, but you're saying that. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
He's been on the Yardie
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
You're saying it like it's some new thing. Bro, this guy's been on the Yardie thing from lock or from day. He's been on that. Like, man's been saying that. A lot of them are. I think most of them are Caribbean. The only ones making music recently in the 2020s, around 2023, 2024, is Swift, Sleeks, DP, and Lils. The rest of them, I think, have quit music as a whole. And all of these lot are doing music solo. They're not doing music together anymore. Maybe 1-2 collabs together, but it's mainly solo. And yeah, I just want to big up Section and just talk about their legacy in general. The legacy J Drop, the time that they came in the game in the mid-2010s when it was like a switch between grime going into drill. They were like, and that's why I said it, there were crossroads between everything. Like if it's not them, like a lot of drill ad-libs and stuff like that, you can hear it comes from the Section influence.
There's one that I want to just point out. Swift. So he's got the ad-lib, peng, peng. Yeah. If you listen to Mizzle Mac, Grip and Ride.
Okay.
Listen to Mizzle Mac's ad-libs.
Peng,
Peng, peng, peng, peng. I guarantee you, he got influenced by Swift.
I don't know if that is. But you could hear
what
it.
I mean.
But you can hear throughout, not even Harlem, like throughout the whole of drill, you can hear the influences. These guys came just before that. I think some certain drill started at the time, like 150 and 6-7, but just wasn't the peak of drill.
Yeah.
These lot came off. They did jump on drill afterwards as well. Yeah. But yeah, it's like these lot, I don't think they get the credit they deserve again. Like everyone knows Section, but I think it's getting to that. It's like almost 10 years since they were at their peak, and it's getting to that point where people are forgetting. But yeah, it's kind of like, how do I explain it? It's not the same. We made a Roddy Ricch video. Go and check that. That's our recent video. I feel like Roddy Ricch has the quality to just make music, timeless music. The difference is with Section, they're good. They are good artists. They're quality artists. But I kind of feel like their sound is gone. Yeah. They've had their time, kind of. Like, unless they reinvent themselves and try a new sound or try a new, like, maybe vocals and stuff like that, maybe. But I kind of feel like that Section, early, mid-2010s sound is kind of gone now. People want drill. People want real rap. It's kind of like the schoolboy era music, like gassed, bare energy. Yeah. People don't really want to hear that anymore. I feel like the new gen, they've gone more to sample rap and stuff like that, and TikTok rappers. They're not really hearing Section. Do you get what I mean? Even the slang's changed and everything. Do you get what I mean? I feel like we're just getting further away from that time. But that's what happens with everyone, like in the history. If you go through any genre of music, over time, you have this genre and that genre. If you even people say R&B, there's a noughties R&B. Like that's just part of music.
Even if you look at drill, like where drills come from before, it was like bare, like disrespectful, and then you got people like Central C hopping on drill beats and making it his own.
Yeah, switching it up. So
sounds evolved.
You can use it for anything, but yeah, I think there's still talent there. They could make tunes, but it's kind of like them as a group, it's done. You can tell it's gone. Some of them don't even like each other anymore. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, just when they were together, especially with Rico, big up Rico as well, all of them together, it was different, man. There was you couldn't compare. There's nothing I can even, like, there's not even, think of a group you could compare to them. I would say the closest is Harlem. But even Harlem is a completely different thing. I don't think Section, like the pillar stone they had in this thing, and the way they pay for other man is crazy. But you can't. It's so hard to describe. You had to be there. You had to be listening to it. You can't. If you didn't know about Section, then it's hard to even explain to you. Do you get me? But yeah, just big up their legacy.
Even someone like a Swift, for example, how unique he is as a rapper. His voice is so distinct. Like, there's no group that has that. Even the driller, as you were saying, they don't have that. So, yeah, man, this group just stands out.
So thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you think about Section Boyz in the comments down below. What was your favourite tune? If you have any memories growing up, maybe it's your first time hearing about them. Go and check their music out. Tell me what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out our other videos on similar topics, and we're gone.